A chase to the suburbs. Sky Fox captured the chase when it hit the Dan Ryan around 5:45 last night. Police say Ebony Collins was driving the car and was caught after she pulled over on the shoulder of the highway.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and having him or her present, right? While you're being questioned. You cannot afford a high lawyer. You want to be appointed to represent you before the questioning if you wish. You understand those rights? All right. What's wrong with you? What happened? Why'd your back hurt?
I'm wild. Kind of cool though. What's your name, Ebony? How old are you? You're 27? You look like you're 22. Yeah, you do look young. You don't drive like you're young though. You drive like a race car driver.
You drive stress-free.
You drive, yeah. Grab that auto over here. Done that before, or is this just first-time skill, beginner's luck? Yeah, I got that impression. You remember us? We're the initial two officers who tried to pull you over. When you pulled out of Alta. You dating him or something? Okay. So they let you borrow his car? You took it out, you were doing whatever you were doing.
You got some warrants too.
You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying. You open that up?
Yep.
You check pockets and stuff? Are you wearing a shirt under here?
It's not no bra. I promise. No bra.
I gotta check anything. I gotta give you a little check over, but I'm not gonna punch you or anything.
Okay, good. No bra.
No, I see.
Yeah, hold on. One second. You got it? To jail! You pay! Let me make sure. Hold on. I'm going to take everything off. No.
We'll just take it straight back. I'll sit in the back with her.
You'll sit in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll throw her in the car. Yeah, we'll go back.
Go to back.
Right back. We'll be like, listen, Your Honor, we don't even think Ebony did it. I mean, she did it, but we don't even think she did. You know what I mean? That's usually what we start with, because we give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I don't even think you did it. I mean, I know you did it, but I don't.
I do TikTok.
What are you doing on TikTok?
First of all, hold on. Hold the phone. How many followers you got?
I have a lot.
I didn't ask you that. How many? Don't tell me
10,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot. What are you talking about?
You got what?
I do TikTok and I do
Here's the deal. If it's 10,000 on TikTok, whatever, it could be bots, but if they're organic, if they're real people, it's real.
Spyware. I have two words for you. China.
I love China, man. I love TikTok.
It's not for cheap.
How many on Instagram?
What do you know?
Over 5K.
Over 5K. What about you on Instagram? How many followers you got on Instagram? How many? You're all bashful. You're all like, I got a lot. I'm like, how many? You're like,
a lot.
Okay, go ahead. You know what? You ever seen somebody like not answer a question?
That's what I said about Instagram.
Yeah. You want to talk about Instagram? Bullshit, why not? Are you bashful? You're not bashful. You didn't seem bashful. You're driving. You seem like, oh, they're fine. I'm like, respond. So, what else do you want to do? Dating boys and what? So you're dating kids. I don't know. If I can make money dating guys, I probably would too. I need to make a fair amount of money. Fair. I need to make more than I do now, but. How much do I make? Well, when we factor in that 3.5%, how much is it? What's the total?
Good enough.
Good enough.
Hell yeah.
180,000. Yeah. Sometimes like overtime.
could have. Well, you could have. From when you first ran and the other 40 miles you decided not to.
You got a couple. I think
you had a few miles in between the
if you average an opportunity every mile, you had like 40 chances.
You know why you scare me?
Talk to me.
Because I'm like, why are you telling me? I don't know. Because I told you I got that car from someone. I don't know what they got from their car. They turn the car off. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to turn the car off? Just get
I would like to point out that for me, in my opinion, this was one of the most unprofessional videos that I've been able to witness and see when it deals with the police dealing with a suspect who was in a high-speed chase, not only risking her life, not only risking the life of police, but also risking the lives of the other individuals directly out there while she's driving at high speeds, weaving in and out of traffic. A lot of those cars could have kids directly in those cars, elderly in those cars, women who are pregnant in those cars, driving recklessly. She obviously did not care about anybody's life, and again, even her own. And to have the cops, and let me just paraphrase this, right? I don't want people to feel or think that I'm looking for some type of outlandish behavior to take place here. I'm not looking for that. I'm not calling for that. We've seen too many videos of officers treating people that have barely done anything horrendously, terribly, and inevitably taking their lives, even though they were unarmed and not even realistically posing a threat. So again, I'm not stating that I want any of those things to happen, but what I am saying is the way that they were treating her makes literally no sense. It's not like you just caught her and she was stealing, some lifesavers or something from a dollar store. She was driving recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic. There is no time for you to decide, oh, let me get directly right next to her. Let me proceed to get a little bit closer. Let me have this one-on-one conversation directly with her. Let me also look her in the eyes and also look directly at her body. Let me treat her, a certain type of way, more so like a friend or a guy that is interested. That's crazy. Nobody finds that to be weird. Am I the only one that thinks that the way that this officer was moving was unprofessional? It was not cop or officer like. It was not somebody who seems as though they are trying to uphold the law. And then to put it into another perspective, later on, if you rewind the clip, when he asks her about social media, he says real quietly, he was like, yo, so you trying to, talk, online, on Instagram? What are you doing? This is a suspect. Why would you be trying to talk to her directly online? And I want people to also pay attention to the calculation. This guy was like, hey, how much money we basically make here? Well, just sit up there and just, drop a lowball number. 180K. 180K is how much I make. Pretty good money. He got his wingman up there in the front. It's crazy. I've never really seen instances of cops deciding, oh, I'm going to sit in the back with her. You going to sit in the back with her and what? And what? So what? You pulled out a cell phone to go through the social media to look at her TikTok, to look at her IG, so you can actually see her pictures, what it is that she looks like without her being a suspect and all of these. Like I said, I'm looking at how this man is moving, and I'm looking at how he's looking directly at her. Again, this is 100% unprofessional. And this also shows the same thing that I've stated before, that when it deals with a certain type of privilege, again, being a woman, again, looking a certain type of way, you're going to get treated differently. This is something that is known. This is something that a lot of people want to act as though that it doesn't exist, but it does. And this video is clear cut showing it. So this is what we have, right? You have two comments here. One woman said, this wasn't flirting with her. She's a gorgeous girl. They were personable. We need more officers like this. You don't have to be a certain type in order to do your job, right? this is flirting. I'm not sure where she's coming from. I'm not sure what her perception is. As a man, I'm looking how he's gauging her, how he's looking directly at her. You can look at the fact that she basically has on the bodysuit. You know, she has no weapons. So the only reason that you're looking and oogling is because you're interested in the assets that, of course, she has. Below, another person said, it's Illinois. That explains it all. Interracial relationships with black and whites are crazy out here. My dad's side of the family is out there, and the whole family is with white men / women. They go crazy out there with the race mixing. Nothing wrong with it, just saying. So again, that's putting a little bit more context on what is specifically taking place here. We have comments like the one you're able to see with the laughing emojis. Those officers were cute too. I love this for her. It's way better than being bashed. Take having them flirting with you over hurting you. And again, like I said before, I'm not wishing harm directly on her, but the problem that I am noticing is that people are overlooking and excusing the severity of the situation on how it is that she conducted herself, how it is that she moved. This was a very serious situation where she was weaving in and out of traffic. Somebody could have lost their lives. There could have been a multi-car pileup that could have literally taken place because of her actions, because of the way that she was moving, because of the way that she decided to risk her life. And it seems to me that nobody wanted to take any of this seriously. Even looking through the comments, more people are making comments about the fact that, oh, her body is nice. That Lululemon or whatever outfit that she has is very nice. She looks very great, you know, without makeup. Oh, her Instagram, like she really sitting up there doing the big out here. Those officers, they were really into. Nobody's caring about the fact of the actions of the person and how that could have seriously changed the lives of a multitude of people. This is why I consistently try to tell people that there are no real serious individuals out here when it deals with crimes, when people look like her, or when people are deemed quote unquote attractive. It doesn't matter what the person did. It doesn't matter what the person did. As long as they look attractive, oh, it's whatever. They can sit up there and just throw everybody into slavery around the planet. Oh, the person's attractive. That's all that matters. You got to be kidding me. Like, this is where we are when it deals with social media. The amount of awareness, the lack of awareness that is here. I've covered a multitude of stories where officers have decided to take advantage of a situation, specifically when, say, women, knowing how women don't want to go to jail, they don't want to have a record, they don't want to get charged, they will use that situation in order to make a certain type of trade. And that's something that should not be done. That's something that should not be enabled. That's not cute. Like I said, this situation right here, this is not cute. This is not it. If people decide that they want to push this type of situation forward, you're going to have more young women deciding, oh, I can commit these crimes and I know I'm pretty much going to, you know, get a lenient sentence or a slap on the wrist, or nobody's going to really care because I'm attractive, because my body looks good. So what type of message is that going to send out here to the young women? It's going to be a very bad one. So the best bet for a lot of people out here is to get ahead of this before it gets worse, because when it gets worse, it makes no sense complaining, because you already saw it when people first reported it to you. You already saw it when people highlighted it. But when people report and highlight stuff, a lot of people tend not to pay attention. A lot of people tend to overlook or sweep it directly under the rug. Again, I'm very happy that nothing happened to her, nothing detrimental or anything like that, but the lack of awareness for the situation with her being with these officers and how it is that they're talking to her, and how it is that he specifically sat directly in the back seat, asking her to talk offline, to talk away from the cameras. That's crazy to me. That's 100% nonsensical. If you're going to be like that, you might as well just let her go. You might as well act like the whole chase and everything never even happened. For the most part, that we don't even really have the body camera of the other cop sitting in the back talking to her is crazy to me as well. Again, what was going on back there? What was really happening? Was she still in handcuffs? Were you allowing her to use a cell phone? What 100% was going on in that back seat that we were not able to see. Again, everything should be seen because you are a professional. Body cameras should be worn and on at all times whenever you are with a suspect or whenever it is that you're quote unquote making a stop or inquiring information, because everything needs to be recorded. Because who's to say that she doesn't decide at one point in time and say, oh, I'm going to say harassment because of X, Y, and Z. What proof will that officer in the backseat have if we don't have footage of his body camera? Can't say anything. Guess what? You're going to have to pay her $10 million. Like I said, this situation can go either way, and it's a very bad thing for both parties, for both individuals. But number one, the way that this cop was moving again is not the way that any cop should move. This is not any type of procedure that I've ever heard of ever in my life, especially trying to talk to a suspect by way of their personal Instagram. That's crazy work. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video, and if anything that I've stated in this video made sense in the comment section below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.